Singh, the International Relations Manager for GEA Society ESCP. And as you may already know, on GEA's Instagram, we are now going to be doing monthly series on our IGTV. And for this month, the topic is sustainable fashion. And I'm here with my associate Lorenzo, and we're sitting down with Ludovico, who's the founder of Staiy. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand the mic over to Ludovico so he can tell us a little bit more about what Staiy is.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me. Thank you, GEA. Well, what is Staiy? Staiy is a marketplace for sustainable fashion. We're gathering all the best brands in the European scene with high personalization, high benchmark for style and sustainability. And we're trying to bring them, give them a voice and give them accessibility for everyone to make it easy to find sustainable fashion, have a lower impact, and make the best choices. So for us, the idea is to really promote a lifestyle through fashion and rediscover valuable consumption. Let's go back one step back, I would say, to Berlin, where we were finishing our third year of bachelor studies at the SCP. That's also where when we founded Staiy back in January. So we were studying while founding the startup. So we were part-time on this. In Berlin, we're in the city of trends. There's an incredible attention to sustainability, but it's also made easy by businesses to make the right choices. So it wasn't such the case for fashion. So that's where we started questioning the system. And we also found out many different data facts that we were shocked about. Fashion is the second most polluting industry in the world to date, and it's also part of our everyday life. So we wanted to do something. We started with Staiy, merging all these brands. And if we want to say what is one of the main challenges we had is going out of university with trying to bring something to market. And of course, we're young, we couldn't hide our faces. So people were, it might just be a university project, it might just be three friends from uni, and that's it.
Ludovico, on your platform, you also have this option of an AI algorithm that helps consumers shop, and you also have a donation mechanism through which you give back to the NGOs that you believe in. So can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the AI algorithm, it's a bit the core, the beginning of Staiy, if you want, the early days. Where for us it was really important to give a super personalized experience to all the customers, and this is something that mainly major marketplaces are providing, a personalized experience. But when it comes to sustainable fashion, people are lost and the user experience is not great. So it was fundamental for us to have this. The AI technology, how it works, it's able to scan pictures, detect the style of the item inside, and then match it with the personal taste of the user that we detect based on likes, dislikes on the platform, which is also great to, in the long run, to understand style directions, or we can even be able to predict a little bit which items could be working well, which styles could be working well in parts of Europe or of the world. Instead, for the donation side, this is all part of embracing sustainability to a broader extent that goes beyond the single item or the material of the item. So this is part of Staiy. We have 5 pillars of sustainability. The whole system, rating system of the brands within the 5 pillars, which are water, air, materials, work conditions, and commitment, linked to a point system that we give to the brands that is publicly available to the users. And when they shop, when they support these brands, they get the points of the brand on their own profile, which then can be used to donate. So we chose to partner with One Tree Planted, which is a non-for-profit that is, of course, planting trees, but is doing this, supporting social causes and groups around the world. So it's always something a little bit more than just planting a tree, but is maybe providing a source for water, working, empowering women. So there's always also the social side of it. And for us, it's the way to embrace sustainability in a broader way beyond fashion.
And talking about the fashion industry, what are some of the challenges that you see in the sustainable fashion industry right now?
Well, there's a few challenges. First and foremost is cost. Of course, majority of us is price sensitive, and if we want to chase ever low costs, of course this comes to a cost for somebody else. So this is probably the biggest challenge to sustainability. And probably what I think most importantly is curiosity. So now we really said it's sustainable, it's not sustainable, but it's not really like that. It's more like it's a degree. So there's an extent to which you can do things, you can have a lower impact, but in some areas not. So when we're able to keep this curiosity as well, and explaining better why some steps are in some way, then we can be better promoting sustainability, enhancing curiosity, innovation, technology. So
Right.
this is what we want to represent through Stay, and it's probably the biggest gap there is within making everyone fall in love with what sustainability really means, which is simply trying to care for resources and do the best possible.
Well, I'd also like to address the elephant in the room, which is COVID-19. I was wondering how this situation or threat posed by COVID-19 has affected you or the sustainable fashion industry in general.
Yeah, this is, of course, the elephant in the room, big topic. For us, it did change many things. So we were in Milan. We had being accelerated by Startup Bootcamp within the best top 10 fashion tech startups worldwide. So it was a great experience for us. And we had to come back to Berlin. We had very advanced talks of investment, which were stopped. So this really put us in a tough situation. We were able to receive a government fund here in Germany. So we turned around the whole company. So on a business perspective, we went to pretty much zero monthly costs. But on the other side, we were able to find many students and people that are passionate about what we're doing, and we now grew the team to over 30 people. So actually, it became a chance for us to really bring in new people, motivated students, and enhance creativity. So grow the team. Sales actually went up, but of course, the investment perspectives are. If before we were quite sure to be with an investment by May, now the horizon went farther on. In terms of sustainability and how people are thinking, Corona surely is affecting the fashion industry big time, as people are really reestablishing all the hierarchies of need and do I really need to buy some more? On the other side, what surely is good for us in general, like for everyone that believes in lower impact, is that people are really thinking in a different way. So I know that if I cough and I'm next to a friend, that friend is going to go somewhere else, and so on. And the same happens for clothes. So I think there's more attention towards more time to think about, okay, how was this done? Where is this made? Why is this better? Why is it not? So there's more time to listen. And for us, it showed in a positive way. So this is a
Right.
bit,
I
the
think
overall Corona situation is quite complicated. On top of what we are doing, we produce this ones. Stay
Ah,
mad.
great. That's
Stay
amazing.
positive.
Very nice.
What we try to do is listen to everybody around, and we were questioning whether to do our own masks. We found a supplier in Portugal that is producing organic cotton masks, and these are going really well. Actually, they're in pre-order, and we almost finished them all already, even before releasing them. So this is something great, and for us, it's also a way to spread the message.
Right.
Stay positive is trying to, when you go out with a mask, do it with keeping your head still and proud of, feeling good about
Yeah.
protecting yourself.
Now, looking at the future, I'd like to ask you what is your view on the future of the fashion industry and what is the future of Staiy?
Yeah, so for fashion, I think there are two things that can happen. So there's a phenomenon that was seen already in Asia, which is called revenge shopping, which basically people coming back to everyday life, they're really going crazy for shopping and kind of doing shopping all the things I couldn't shop before.
I think
but
I'll do that. Surely.
But I mean, this is kind of like a feeling rather than it's more an irrational thing. But I don't think this will be the major trend, as most people are also looking at the financial situation and everything. So for fashion, many businesses are challenged, and it's really interesting to see that even big names that you might know are actually struggling on a financial level. So there will be a very much different scenario, we believe, in 2 years' time. What's coming next? So likely there will be less production and more focus on the quality, on the value, on the communication, storytelling, and for brands representing really what is the essence of the brand. So people are now questioning, yes, do I really need this T-shirt? So it's more like, do I want the feeling that this T-shirt can bring me? So the direction in which fashion went in the last 10 to 20 years probably detached a bit from detecting the intrinsic value to the item. In terms of what's next for the platform, well, this is actually a great moment for us to communicate all we stand for. For us, everything we have to do is really focusing on a clear communication, engage, and spread the message out. So the platform is really strong at the moment. Website, app, we're happy. And now it's the time to spread the message.
So thank you for the answers before, Ludovico. And with my last question, I'd like to ask you some advices from the inside that you would like to give us in order to approach sustainability in the right way.
Yeah, of course. So when you're facing an everyday life decision, so first of all, I would say you have to know that 85% of the impact of an item comes in the design phase. So when a brand or designer says, I want to use that material and I want it of this color with this pattern, you're deciding 85% of your own impact. And there are brands that take the time to make this decision and to understand how, maybe you're sourcing a fabric from Turkey, then it goes to India to be dyed, and then it goes to somewhere else where it's spun. So there are many steps along the line. So you have to know there's many steps along the line which have the major impact, and also that brands taking decisions, it's what is really making an impact. So for 85% of everything. So I would say, ask yourself whether the brand had the time to, think about the process overall. So this is something that in fast fashion, for example, doesn't happen too often. Maybe you see a style, and in 2 weeks that thing they saw on the street goes on every shop, which is something very, very efficient. This is on a business level incredibly interesting, but also, did they have the time to calculate or understand how much impact they have, how much overstock they will have, or anything like that? So this is one thing. And the other thing is, always be curious, ask that little extra question. Don't be satisfied with this is sustainable, this is organic. There are many differences. Maybe now it's not the time to share, but I'll be happy to, in case if you have any questions. There are differences in shades, and never take this is sustainable statement for granted or for true, as sustainability is always a degree, and where we are today can always be better tomorrow. And most brands, fast fashion brands will communicate this is sustainable. So that's already when you detect this is sustainable. Okay, why? What is sustainable about it? Which part? There are many parts. So yeah, this is something everybody should be aware of.
So guys, our time is over. I'd like to thank Ludovico Durante for joining us, and all of you for watching our video.
Any question, anything, we're always available. Let us know, and we'll be happy to share more advice. Business level, sustainable fashion level, anything.
We hope that you found our video informative, and we will release new episodes soon. So stay tuned. Bye bye.